wonder if the distinguished authors will consider this. But I'd like to take this up today or in plenary, that instead of using the phrase regulatory environment, substitute it with the word climate to develop a climate for a viable, adequate, efficient, and universal information, etc., to make sure that the commissioners do not think that they're there to regulate the industry, but they're there to promote and accept the reality of technology.
Information policy, I have no objection to that suggestion. That we substitute the words regulatory environment to develop a climate for a viable, adequate, efficient, etc. It will result in the same thing, except that it lessens the impact of the. After all, it's only in the declaration of policy. Regulatory elements will come in the later sections. So,
Chair.
I hope that yes.
Yes, there's a very slight clarification on section 13 ng Kabilaan ito, fiscal autonomy. So walang marinig sa bibig ng ating sponsor, ito talagang tama ito. The Commission shall enjoy fiscal autonomy. Its appropriation may not be reduced below the amount appropriated for the previous years. Baka naman ina-approbate na natin yung power of the first people.
Now, Mr. Chairman, just by way of explanation, the language used here is actually an adaptation of previous laws defining what is fiscal autonomy. Now, fiscal autonomy actually consists of two essential elements. That there should be no reduction of the level approved in the previous year, but the composition thereof may change, provided that the ceiling is not reduced. The other is, of course, fiscal autonomy connotes that the releases of the funds shall not be hindered and shall enjoy automatic releases according to the budgetary procedures of at the very least quarterly releases. Those are the two.
Chairman, clarification lang. Parang automatic appropriation na ito para sa debt servicing natin.
That is the essence of fiscal autonomy,
So,
which we have incorporated in the judiciary budget, in the University of the Philippines budget, and many other, even the Covenant, I think, has that. If we say judicial function, I think it deserves to have fiscal autonomy.
I'm just questioning our colleagues here. Baka naman wala natin trabaho sa Kongreso.
Mr. Chairman, I fully agree with the gentleman from Manila. As far as I remember, in the Constitution, only two offices has fiscal autonomy. That is Section 3 of the Judicial Department, the judiciary has always fiscal autonomy and cannot be reduced. And also the Constitution Commission of the Committee. But if we will elevate the NTC to the status of the Supreme Court, that may not be in consonance with other agencies that we have. So I believe that we should go to the process of first executive that they hindered in proposing the budget for the House and the Senate to be able to discuss and approve the budget. So I would rather that we accept the Congressman, our distinguished colleague from Manila's proposal, is proposing that we delete the fiscal autonomy, because this is reserved really to very vital agencies like the Comelec and the Supreme Court. So I'd like to know whether he's moving, Mr. Chairman, for that we can vote on that, because I agree with the distinguished colleague, because if we will have this kind of a provision, how about others? Others will just have fiscal autonomy. Because I'd like to say also here that during the technical working group, the DBM has strongly objected to the provisions on compensation and personnel, because we're exempting the NTC from the salary and position classification utilization law. In other words, this will be another agency that will not follow the standardization and classification law that we have. And the DBM saying if everybody will be exempted then there's no more need really for the standard classification that we have, because everybody gets this exemption. So there is a strong objection coming from the DBM on Section 14 as to the statement of our distinguished colleague like Pastor Min, whether he's moving for an amendment to the TWG presentation.
Chairman, I just like the matter to be brought to the attention of our colleagues. Due respect to my very good friend, the author, for him to take note of this. I will not move for it, Mr. Chairman. However, let it be reported that this was brought to the body.
Mr. Chair, I think we will be remiss if we will not vote on that. I think that is a very valid statement because fiscal autonomy is only reserved for constitutional commissions. There are only 3 constitutional commissions, the COMELEC, the COA, and the Civil Service Commission. Ito pong NTC, hindi po yata constitutional commission yan. Kaya dapat alisin yung fiscal autonomy talaga.
Ito din po ang standing na allow them out of the
Only those vital to the nation should be given fiscal autonomy. After recognizing the proposal of Congressman Roilo, by quoting the Constitution that the subject matter of this bill is vital to nation buildings, I am sorry I cannot agree with him. Number 2,
Mr. Chair, I am again invoking the Constitution because it is there. Only constitutional commissions enjoy fiscal autonomy.
that only constitutional bodies are allowed by Congress of fiscal autonomy. The University of the Philippines, in order to protect academic freedom, has in the revised charter been accorded fiscal autonomy. And the intention of this bill is to also accord the NTC.
Mr. Chair, the University of the Philippines is an educational institution.
Vital to nation building, the telecommunications industry, it should not be pressured by anybody to reduce. Okay.
Mr. Speaker,
I hope that
Mr. Chair.
we cannot vote on the proposal because there is no motion.
Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair, there is a wide difference between an educational institution and a commission. The University of the Philippines is a national state university. The National Telecommunications is a commission, Mr. Chair. And to differentiate this NTC from the rest of the commission, as constitutionally mandated, tatlo lamang po yun. Ito po yung COMELEC, yung COA, at saka yung Civil Service Commission. And the Constitution is very clear on this. These 3 constitutional commissions should enjoy fiscal autonomy. Para naman po ma-differentiate ito, dapat alisin natin yung fiscal autonomy. Thank you.
I'm sorry, Mr. Chairman, as the principal author of this particular commission, I do not want to accept the suggestion